So if you see the thumbnail of this video, you'll see that Javier Milei in Argentina looks like Lindsay Lohan got fucked by Ronald McDonald and they had a baby. And that baby turned out to be Javier Milei. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Zach the Celtics guy here with another video here on the Graveyard Shift. It's the Graveyard Shift Zach records from his car stream. Because, you know, oh, yeah, like I'm going to say that in my office and have people overhear me. And God forbid, yeah, certain stuff can't be said on the job. So, nope, got to come to my car and do that. This can be my studio on wheels. No, not really. But anyway, well, kind of, sort of, but, you know, kind of, apples, oranges. But anyway, so I have a story coming out of Argentina. A beautiful country I have mad respect for. I think the culture, I love the culture of Argentina, the history of where they've opposed U.S. imperialism, just the great products that have come out of there. I mean, Diego Maradona, the soccer player that led protests around the world against George W. Bush, one of the fucking worst war criminals on the face of the earth, one of the worst presidents in American history, a scumbag piece of shit. Yeah, Argentina's wonderful. But Javier Milei is against everything that Argentina stands for, and I am so totally convinced that that guy is a fucking CIA asset. I know I call a lot of people that, but what am I talking about here? What's this nonsense that I'm talking about here? Well, nonsense, but it's also just shit going on in the world. Javier Milei, the right-wing psychopath that is running Argentina, he has fired one of his foreign ministers who voted at the United Nations to condemn the U.S.'s imperialistic, genocidal, disgusting, downright criminal fucking embargo that the U.S. has had on Cuba for over 60 fucking years. That's despite the fact that there's no Castros in power. Fidel Castro's been dead for almost a decade. Raul Castro is in his like mid-90s, and he probably doesn't have much longer to live, so he's out of the picture. So, you know, there's a new president there and everything. So it's like, what's the purpose of it? And there is no purpose of it other than the U.S. empire to think that it's going to get regime change in Cuba, even though they tried for 60 years. They tried to kill Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro outlived 10 U.S. presidents. Raul Castro ended up saying fuck you to the U.S. empire too. Even the current president there, President Miguel, said the same thing there. So Javier Milei has fired a foreign minister who voted against the embargo. That's what happened. This fucking tyrant who wants to accuse everyone else of being tyrants has fired his own foreign minister for having a different opinion than him. And I'm supposed to sit here and act like these politicians are all about fucking freedom and shit. I'm supposed to sit here and believe that? I'm supposed to sit there and believe that how? Oh, that's right. I don't, man. That's right. I simply don't. I don't. And I don't because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Javier Milei shows authoritarian tendencies. Oh, he's for gay marriage. Oh, he supports gay marriage. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Dick fucking Cheney supports gay marriage. So what? You don't get a fucking plus just because you defend gay marriage or whatever. Yeah, he may be okay with gay marriage, but he's authoritarian in other areas. He calls all his critics, he does this and that, he's firing critics, he's doing this, he's undermining their free speech, freedom of the press, he's attacking their media groups and everything, he's doing this. Now, when I say attacking the media, I attack the media all the fucking time, man, so don't get that twisted. But the way Javier Milei is doing this, he's going after people that are on the right side of history, that are against him, because he is on the wrong side of history. Every single country in the world has voted against the U.S. embargo on Cuba, except for the U.S. and PISSRAEL. And I think a puppet of the U.S., Moldova, which is trying to go into the EU and into NATO. So it's another NATO puppet country. And, you know, trying to fight with Russia and other stupid happy horse shit. I think Ukraine as well, under the fucking Nazi Zelensky regime, has abstained as well, or maybe they voted. I don't remember exactly. But I heard rumors that Ukraine voted against it this time, but you'd have to fact check me on that one. But Javier Milei is a tyrannical fucker who's accusing everyone else of exactly what he's doing. He accuses everyone else of exactly what he's doing. It's almost like those homophobic bigots that are like the fringe section of the Republican Party, like Marco Rubio, Connie Mack the Fourth, and fucking who else? Fucking Rick Santorum, and it goes above and beyond that. I mean, fucking Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil, a massive extreme authoritarian who says that gays shouldn't be allowed to marry or have kids, but he calls others dictators, right? That's totally not tyrannical in his own. Oh, Javier Milei says this, but he gets a fucking plus. No, he doesn't. I don't give a fuck. Javier Milei has been nothing but self-serving to the U.S. empire. He has pissed off all of Argentina's former allies. He's even pissed off Lula da Silva, who I've actually been a little disappointed with on some of his positions lately, but that's a whole nother topic altogether. He's pissed off Cuba, Venezuela. He's pissed off other countries in the region. So Javier Milei is just doing this so he can try to sucker up to PISSRAEL, sucker up to the U.S. empire, sucker up to Ukraine. Javier Milei is also defending the Zelensky regime in fucking Ukraine, so there's also that as well. But don't you just love it, man? Don't you just love these phony evangelicals who love to claim that they know God and they think they know God? Like, the thing is, man, I believe in God, and I believe that we are all God's creations, and that God loves me no matter what, and all that, and there are sins in this world and everything, but God made us equal. God created us equal, and that's what I believe in. And that's my moral belief, and that's what I believe in. But these phony politicians try to use it as an excuse to be fucking corrupt pieces of shit, and that's exactly what Javier Milei is. Javier Milei is a fucking CIA puppet, and no one is going to tell me otherwise that he wasn't installed by the fucking CIA. Because there was one point during that election, he was actually behind in the polls. That there was some more moderate right-winger that was actually ahead of him, and then all of a sudden he just jumps and he just wins all of a sudden. That doesn't make any sense. Javier Milei trying to fucking suck the ass of the fucking U.S. empire, trying to sit there thinking that he's such an independent leader. How do you fucking fire one of your foreign ministers over something like that? How the fuck do you do that? You do it by being a tyrannical piece of shit. Everything that you accuse Cuba of being. You say Cuba's a dictatorship, that's why we need to put an embargo on them and support the U.S.'s fucking blockade on Cuba that is actually impoverishing them and is doing all the things that they all say that socialism does and blah blah fucking blah, just fucking happy horse shit, Red Scare, Cold War fucking dog shit that is about as irrelevant today as the fucking Kardashians. Okay? What the fucking Kardashians did yesterday is more relevant than that bullshit. So no, the U.S. embargo is a fucking genocidal, terroristic act. It's economic terrorism. And every country has voted against it, except for the U.S. and its fucking few puppets in the world. But even the U.S.'s other allies, like the UK, they voted against it too. What does that tell you? So what does that fucking tell you, man? It really tells you something. It really speaks volumes. When you got Canada, you got the UK, you've got all these different places, countries in the European Union that are even voting against this. So what does that say? It tells you that the U.S. empire is on the wrong side of history. So we got this fucking Ronald McDonald looking fucktard who thinks he's so great, he thinks his shit don't stink, and he acts like he's worried about this. Meanwhile, Argentina has record high inflation. Like their inflation rate is like 200% or more. And that's caused by his failed policies. Now, to be fair, the whole fucking COVID bullshit. Look, the whole thing with fucking COVID, the whole fucking pandemic, the whole WHO fucking complex, and all the bullshit from fucking Fauci and all these like vaccine bullshit organizations and all these fucking groups supporting the lockdowns and everything. That led to poverty and unemployment exploding across the fucking world. Argentina was no exception. But of course, Javier Milei's policies of being a neocon piece of shit who acts like, oh, just laissez-faire capitalism is the way to go. So he does that. But of course, his policies just made it worse. They made it worse and not better. So that's Javier Milei has actually made Argentina's poverty rate is now more than 50%. It's now 53% now under this guy. Yeah, so much for that guy making change, right? Yeah, okay. Remember they say that, oh, Venezuela socialist, man. Venezuela is poor kind of socialism. Okay, so you got this guy, fucking Javier Milei, who is a anarcho-capitalist. He even admits it too. He just thinks that, oh, no rules, no regulations, just all that, just no checks and balances and no nothing. It's just me, corporate greed and everything. That's what they do. He's no different than a neocon in the US. No fucking different, man. He doesn't even strike me as like a Donald Trump. He strikes me as more of like a neocon. He strikes me as like a fucking Bush or like a fucking Marco Rubio or a Ted Cruz or some fucking fake evangelical fucking neocon, like not even like people who really believe in God or actually believe in God for the good principle. They just do it to suit their own fucking neocon narrative. So yeah, Javier Milei is gonna sit there and fire one of his fucking ministers. I say that's tyrannical. I say that is absolutely fucking tyrannical. He is tyrannical. That should just be a difference in opinion. What? You're going to fire someone for having a different opinion? I would argue that whoever this foreign minister fired, I'm going to link it in the description below because, I don't have my laptop to, go through all the stuff you can just share the screen and stuff, but I'll link it in the description as well. Whoever worked for him was a mistake. You made a mistake. You shouldn't even have worked for this guy. Like you can find something better. Find someone better to work with. Like, imagine having this guy as your fucking boss. Imagine having this fucking Ronald McDonald, Rod Stewart looking fucking reject. I mean, no disrespect to Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is a brilliant musician. No disrespect to him, of course. I shouldn't even insult him by comparing him to this fucking neocon piece of shit. But besides the point, that is just fucking ridiculous, man. It's like Javier Milei believes that only his opinion matters. He thinks that his opinion matters. If you don't believe exactly what he believes, then you're the bad one. It's like he gets to do all this stupid shit and say this stupid shit. But then this other person's an asshole, even though he's the biggest asshole that there is, or one of them anyway. It's just pathetic. Imagine having that guy as your fucking boss. Imagine having him as your boss, as your fucking landlord. Imagine having that guy as like your landlord. It's ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. Javier Milei is a fucking joke. Everything he said about Cuba, that is exactly what he's doing. Everything he says about President Maduro in Venezuela is no different than what he's doing. How is it any different than what he's doing? Well, I mean, the difference with Nicolas Maduro is Nicolas Maduro at least actually opens his mind and actually conducts diplomacy with people. Whereas Javier Milei is just a backward ass fucking moron who doesn't believe, who isn't with the times. He's just simply not with the fucking times, bro. I mean, he's just not even with the fucking times. He just thinks that, society shouldn't evolve. We should go back to the old days of old fucking laissez-faire capitalism of the past and everything. I mean, this guy's a fucking joke. This guy's got his head up his fucking ass. His head is stuck in the fucking 1950s and 60s, bro. It's pathetic. Now, I'm not saying those times weren't good, too, because, I mean, trust me, those times are way more affordable than they are now, let me tell you. But Javier Milei is a joke. He's antithetical to everything Argentina stands for, and I don't hold that against the people of Argentina, because I know for a fact they didn't vote for this guy. Javier Milei is not a legitimate leader. Javier Milei was definitely not elected by the people of Argentina. I'll tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. I don't even think Jair Bolsonaro, the extreme bigot, and homophobe and warmonger. I don't even believe that guy was elected. Well, I mean, his ass is kicked out of office for 10 years anyway for trying to overthrow Brazil's government, January 6th style. It's basically like they cooed themselves is how. It's like you got these fucking oligarchies that fucking coup themselves. Now, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Brazil. I think Brazil probably definitely has a better functioning government than the fucking U.S. empire does. At least Lula has some good principles. I'll give him that. But it's just the point is, Javier Milei is just a joke. I mean, firing his minister like this and trying to act like and thinking that he's this big libertarian. You're not a libertarian. Libertarians actually believe in free speech. Now, I'm not a libertarian. I'm a revolutionary socialist. I'm economically leftist, have socially conservative principles. I don't universally lean just one way versus the other. I have my economic views. My economic views are leftist. My economic views are very left-wing, but I have socially conservative principles. I can tell you that a lot of my friends are libertarian. I'd say probably a third of my friends are at least, or center-right or whatever. And they're strong tradition. They believe in free speech like they do. And Javier Milei doesn't believe in free speech. So any libertarian that defends this guy, don't fall into the trap. You're fucking fooling yourself. You're defending a fucking Zionist who actually wants bigger government. This guy has actually cracked down on fucking peaceful protesters, like university students and teachers and doctors and union workers. Javier Milei wants bigger government. So he's not a libertarian. He doesn't want a system like that. Look, this is not about me, but I'm just saying. What I want a system that is equitable for society. You know, has a free universal healthcare system, tuition-free education, has universal unions, workers have the means of production, and so on and so forth. We can preserve traditional values without the government doing it. You know, we can do all that. And you know, there's just certain things, but I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna sit there and shove that down people's throats, because that's not what I do. Now, as someone who believes in God, I believe there are a lot of sins. There are a lot of sins out there. There are, man. Bro, I'm telling you that there's a lot of sins out there. As someone who believes in God, I can tell you there are a lot of sins out there. But I'm not going to sit there and use the government to go after people like that. Or I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, if you don't believe exactly what I believe, if you don't believe in socialism like I do, you're wrong. Oh, you're bad. I have to fucking kick you to the curb. I have to fire you. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't do that, man. It goes to show that you got sectors of the right that are just as neoconish, that are just as pro-censorship, and are just as fucking asshole, or just as big of assholes as those, you know, woke skull, pink-haired, fucking rose-tinted glasses, SJW left people, or whatever the fuck. That's what Javier Milei's acting like. He's acting like an SJW. He's a right-wing SJW. There are right-wing SJWs. Oh, there are. Huh, Ben Shapiro? Kicking Candace Owens to the curb? God forbid she said stuff against PISSRAEL. Oh, gotta fire her. Oh, can't have her around. Oh. Not defending one over the other, I'm just saying. Just goes to show that there are right-wing SJWs. Javier Milei is a right-wing SJW. I don't care what his position on gay rights is. As a gay man, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. I don't care if someone is pro-gay, neutral, whatever the fuck. All that matters is that they get the job done. I'm looking for someone that actually wants to move things forward rather than continue to move backwards. And my whole position is just that. Someone that's going to turn stuff around. Javier Milei's not one of them. He's a right-wing SJW that is self-servient to the Ukraine establishment, to the Zionist establishment, and to the whole U.S. empire. He's a joke. He's a joke. He's an embarrassment to Argentina. He's a fucking dumbass. He's a fuck waffle. That's what he is. He's a fucking stupid ass fuck waffle is what he is. Well, not that I shouldn't insult waffles like that. Dude, this guy's a fucking joke. And he is going to take Argentina down the wrong path. And we're already seeing it, dude. We're already seeing it. And this CIA fucking puppet represents nobody but himself. Javier Milei only cares about Javier Milei. He doesn't care about anybody else or anyone else's opinion. He only cares about himself. He doesn't care about the people of Argentina and the people that are struggling. You know, just regular working class people like they are in other parts of the world, including here in the U.S. He doesn't care about anyone. He wants to fulfill his own agenda, fill his own pockets, and all that. Oh, you know, this guy also is in bed with fucking Elon scumbag fucking muskrat. I know you're shocked. This guy's in bed with fucking big billionaires and fucking near trillionaires, and this guy's over here fucking palling around with fucking Elon Musk, who's a fucking right-wing pro-censorship piece of shit. I mean, Elon Musk is fucking pro-censorship. He bans people that are anti-genocide, speaking out against fucking the Zionist regime's fucking genocide, bro. So to sit here and act like, oh, Elon Musk is so great for free speech. Twitter/X is worse than it was before. But yeah, Javier Milei is palling around with this guy. But anyway, I'm just talking about all the stuff about Javier Milei and how much of a fucking joke he is. No, I think he's a fucking moron, and I'm gonna call him out and say he is. He's an example of every fucking U.S. puppet that there is, self-serving and doesn't care about his people and only cares about himself and his own agenda. Javier Milei cares about Javier Milei, and that's the end of it. And it's time to call him out for what he is, a joke. But the problem is, he's not the good kind of joke. That's for sure. He may be a joke, but he's not the good kind of joke. He's a sad, pathetic joke. That's what he is. A fucking clown. A fucking clown world that we live in. And leave it to me on this channel to show you guys the clown world. I make this channel a clown world by exposing the clown world. You guys know that at this point. That's what I do. I rant and rage like a lunatic. And I ran, and my show's like a circus, to expose the circus that is of the world. And I am always going to do that. And that is a position of mine that will never change. And I will take that with me to my grave. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here because I got to get back to work and finish up the rest of the night. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you all learned something. As always, you know, I mean, I like to bring entertainment to you guys, but I also like to show you guys about the stuff that's going on in the world. Stuff that the mainstream media will never fucking tell you. For me, it is my duty to help you out. Always. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great weekend, and I will be back at some point soon, including my next stream on Monday, which will be the election season, which is going to be fucking crazy. I don't know, that election could go either way, but I'll be reporting on it in one sense or another one, so look out for that and other stuff in the works. Stay tuned. This is Zach, the Salted Guy, as always saying thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, stay classy, keep fighting, keep on rocking, take care of yourselves and all of each other, and I'll see you comrades in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a good one. Peace, and signing off for now. See you next time. So long.